Hey everybody, welcome back. This week we're still gonna see what we can do about the controller and motor, but we'll probably work on some other things, get some wiring done. I also want to look at doing those covers for the hood. So maybe try my first fiberglass panel. So should be interesting. Let's see how it goes.
All right, probably not super exciting, but tidied up all the wires here. So I have the wire bundle going all the way back to the charge port. And so I've got the pilot and proximity. Anyways, is that what is proximity? Anyway, those two wires I've got now going to my charge controller. The other wires I've just kind of all prettied up. Added the one wire that's giving me the signal to my light there, my dash indicator for battery. So added the fuse, and so I think wiring's somewhat tidied up. I got a couple extra wires there, and those are indeed just extra. They're running under the dash, so if I ever need a power or ground or something, I can just pull those to wherever I need. Real quick, I want to talk about connectors. So this is the first style I got, and again, relatively cheap. It's kind of got like this weather guard, and it comes and pushes in. It seems like it's good. I ended up not liking these. The connection that the metal part makes to the plastic just isn't very good. So I don't know if you can see that, but it kind of like pushes the pins back. It's like they're not super secure. Same thing on here. You can see just one pin, a couple pins are down. So again, I actually lost some connections because of this, and it drove me crazy. So I wouldn't recommend this style. I ended up going with these guys. This is a kind of I think they call it a Deutsch connection or connector. So the thing I like is these are kind of already solid, meaning you don't have to like solder and put them in. You can get them with leads. And so I like this. It's a really solid connection. So again, it's got, there it goes. So it's got the little weather as well, little weather protector, the rubber gasket there. Again, this is really solid. Again, nice big gauge wires. So again, this is good. The reason why I bring it up is I was looking for that connector to go in the dash. So this is the other type of connector I found that I liked. I think they call it an aviator connector. Anyway, again, what I like is that the metal's already kind of secure in here, and then you can just solder your wires onto either side. This one's even got kind of the guy that kind of crimps down over your wires, makes it nice. So again, I would use this for kind of the smaller gauge wires. It's like monitoring wires or switch wires, and use that big Deutsch connector for things like headlights, horns, some of the motors, bigger items. All right, I got one side soldered, and it's really nice. They got these kind of little troughs that you can just lay the wire in and solder them up. It is a little bit tight for some of the wires, but we're able to get it done. So we'll go do the other side and see how it plugs in. All right, I got it all soldered up. So this side just got the connector, and so that goes through there, and this will then connect to it from underneath, and I think I quite like that. So again, I'd recommend these style connectors, the aviator connector, aviation connections. Yeah, so that'll work here. I got the start stop button kind of all mounted there in the back and with the connector and everything, so that'll be good. All right, while we're still trying to figure out the motor, I figured I'd just work on random other things. So this is the hood I've got in place, and again, I've got to somehow cover this, and I started thinking, instead of like covering it underneath like with a mesh or something, and I think I mentioned before, I've never been the biggest fan of the springs poking out the top, so I was actually wondering about trying to create a little panel or something that kind of goes up and over. So I might try to see what I can come up with. It'll be some fiberglass. I'm gonna kind of make some shapes and things. And it all may be just junk, but I'm gonna go ahead and try it. All right, I have successfully made 2 bars of soap, and what it looks like. I'll show you my thought here. So I'm gonna go ahead and like maybe hot glue that kind of right there, because this will be the high point. I just want to give just a little bit of clearance, and just so everybody knows, like it pivots this way, so meaning when it compresses, it's gonna have more clearance. It's just like if you lift off the ground, this will go up a little bit. So I'm gonna give a little bit of clearance here. I'm gonna go ahead and tape all over and see what kind of shape I come up with. All right, I ran out of tape right about there, so I need to get one more roll. But yeah, I think it's kind of laying up pretty nice. We'll see when it's all done, but I think I'm liking this over the holes, or over meshing the holes or whatever. I feel like just keeping all the water stuff out from the outside is probably the best. So my thought was the hole kind of comes to about right here, and so I'm gonna lay like a bead or something to kind of give it a line, kind of down to here and back up, so it'll be kind of like a, I don't know, like a chevron or a Decepticon, something like that. But yeah, so that's my thought, is I'll lay a kind of a bead around everything, so when I put on the fiberglass, it'll kind of have a lip, and put on several sheets. Hopefully it won't stick to this. Maybe I'll even wax it, and then we'll sand it up and yeah, see how it looks. All right, so I got both sides kind of all taped up, and I just need to get an edge, something, so as I start laying the fiberglass, I can lay it up against something. So I'll find something to create an edge all the way around, so I can kind of build up some thickness. But I think that'll be the general shape. I don't know quite how far down I'll go. It's got a little spot for an emblem, which again, I might just have it come all the way down and cover the emblem. But anyway, that's where we're to. All right, got 3 layers on. I figure I should kind of let it cure up and see how it looks, and then probably try and sand, and I don't know, probably need to fill a whole bunch, but anyway, just figure that's probably a good starting point, and we may just have to redo it all again if we don't like it, but that's okay. All right, it's the next day, so I'll go ahead and take it off. All right, after I pulled it off, kind of cut off the edges and then just put a coat of this filler. Coat of the filler on. I don't know how much I'm gonna like this. We'll see. I clearly need something to cover those holes, but I don't know. The shape is maybe a little more rounded than I'd like. So what I might do, this is maybe backup plan. So I'll go ahead and sand this and try and get it looking nice. Maybe even put a coat of primer on so I can kind of get a really good idea of what it looks like on the car. But backup plan is maybe I'm gonna call it a frame. Just again, some wood, really thin wood or something that goes up to the points and goes down and stuff. Just have it be a little more geometric as opposed to just kind of very smooth. So anyways, we'll see how this turns out. I guess the other thing I feel like I should mention, I know this is not great. Again, this is my first time trying to make a fiberglass panel, and I know I'm going to have a lot to learn, but I feel like if I'm going to have this kind of as a hobby or something I'm interested in doing, I kind of feel like this is the price of admission. So there's going to be some failures, some ugly stuff, but how else are you going to learn, right? So we'll see how it turns out. All right, this is after like the second coat of the filler and sanding. So I've still got a couple spots. I think it's just kind of how I'm applying the filler. I don't know if you can see it, but it's just like porous, I guess I'll call it. So I either need to pack it up thicker and sand it down, or just kind of apply it with more firm pressure. So I'll do one more kind of coat of the filler, and then I'm going to trim up kind of the outside edges, and I'm going to get like a Dremel or something kind of round the edges as well, so it'll be like a nice panel. And yeah, we'll see how far we get. All right, that's kind of the finished product. I really don't have it, I just have it kind of sitting there, but overall not too bad. I'll kind of take you around. So I'll need to find a way to fasten it, or just use some of that sealant adhesive to kind of keep it down. But yeah, like I said, overall not too bad. It's not to the point of painting. I tried to sand it a lot, but anyway, as you can see, it's night out there and we're kind of done for today. So I'll need to sand some more. It's not paint worthy yet, but again, not too bad. All right, so I always like to try and let people know what I kind of learned through the whole process. It's not easy. It takes a lot of preparation, and if you kind of skip any of the preparation steps, you end up spending more time afterwards trying to chase those problems. Also for the fiberglass, you definitely need to get the ratios right, otherwise it won't set up, or it'll set up really quick. Same thing with the filler. And basically you don't want to skimp on resin or the filler. And again, if you, especially like the filler, you end up sanding it all off. You end up sanding it all off anyway. So it's really key to kind of get a nice, as smooth and even as you can. And you try not to get too much at one time, because then you end up trying to hurry before it all sets up. So I just say pace yourself, go in small amounts, and yeah, we'll do better next time. I couldn't resist. It just looked too similar to the Decepticon logo, so I had to complete the full effect here.
All right, everybody, that does it for this week. See you next week.